Welcome back. Welcome back. Point of no return, man. Know too much, man. We seen too much. We experiencing too much, man. We done been through too much, man. God to reveal Himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone, tomorrow's never promised, so all you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you fully living in yours, because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just a quick word, man. Just more information, and I truly pray and hope this helps, somebody. You feel me? But why God's voice sounds like your voice or is your voice? You feel me? Like, I know a lot of times people get frustrated or they don't believe because when they pray and they hear a response, they're hearing their voice. You feel me? I've been there, done that, but what made me continue to listen and not give up and not become confused or frustrated was because of what the voice was saying. He only had pure intentions and he only had solutions. He never came at you with or me, you feel me, with a problem. He never came at me with, I think I've made God angry one time or two times, you feel me? For real, doing this walk. And it was things that, it was a mentality, really. You feel me? It's just certain things that he definitely despises more than others. You feel me? But other than that, man, every time I've come to him, he's always been sensible. He breaks things down to the most basic principles. He's witty. He has a lot of common sense. He's funny. He's intelligent. Like, his simplest phrases will blow your mind because they have so many layers and levels. So you feel me? And I don't know. The reason why it is your voice, because we don't have a reference point. You know what I mean? We don't have anything to compare to. I've been truly blessed to be in the presence of God, like physically in the presence of God, seriously. And I've heard his voice, and I can't even explain to you now what his voice sounds like, because it was more so like a feeling or a vibration or a frequency. It was the loudest thing I've ever heard. Like, it sounded like water and wind, and I don't know, it just sounded like a bunch of motion and a bunch of speed. And it was loud, but at the same time, when it got to you, it was soft. And when it touched me and penetrated, because like I say, when you hear and receive, it's actually a feeling. Yes, it's sound and things like that, but we're actually receiving a vibration, a feeling, a frequency. That's what makes the sound. You feel me? It's enough frequencies and things like that that creates this sound, this voice, this music, whatever you're doing. But it all is, you feel me, a feeling. It's a feeling. And when God spoke to me when I was face to feet, you feel me? I couldn't get up and look him in his face. He's too grand, he's too big. Like I say, I couldn't even look around one of his toes. That's how big he is. Mind you, we're in open space, so there's nothing behind us. There's nothing below, above. I can't explain it. He just took me where he was. I can't explain this place. He just took me with him. And I'm laying down, you feel me, at his feet, you feel me? And I'm trying to look up, you feel me? And I happened to catch a glimpse of his toe, and I could not see around his toe, just one toe. So that's how big God is. So once he started talking to me, like I say, it was the loudest, most beautiful, most perfect sound I ever heard. Like, it was just full of life. It was just full of promise. It was full of love, full of peace. You can't help but feel perfect in his presence. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the only way I could put it. You don't feel worry, you don't feel stress, you don't feel anger, you don't feel frustration, you don't feel doubt, you don't feel fear, you don't feel anything but peace and love. You feel me? So right now, again, we don't have a reference point, and feel me? And even if you heard his voice, like, it's nothing again to compare it to. So he has to be you, in a sense, to get to you, because who better than to teach you? Who know you best? You, yourself. So what you hearing is his thoughts, basically. It come down, have it come down, and when it get to you and it's translated and you hear it in a voice that's recognizable to your being, to your soul, to your essence, to your mind, to your heart, to your spirit already, so everything is one. And then nothing can confuse you, you feel me? Think about it, we could change our voice, we can deflect, we could project, we could do all type of stuff. Think about if the enemy knew what God's voice, and he does, you feel me? He been around God too. But just think about if we all knew, you feel me? He could just come in and do that, you feel me? But God makes it ways to where you can't be taken, you can't be stolen, you can't be corrupted. He makes it where the conversations between you and him are private. He makes it where everything that you're doing and saying is confidential. Like, he's not telling your business, you feel me? Unless you open your mouth and tell, no, once you tell God, he just takes care of the problem, you feel me? And if he has to speak on your behalf, he goes and do that. But it's not to bring shame, it's not to bring humiliation. No, it's when he's speaking on your behalf, it's to free you, it's to fight for you, it's to give you victory, it's to let people know that you're coming, it's to, you feel me? It's to prepare them for the one that he has on the way, you feel me? So I don't know, like, that's why when you hear God's voice, it sounds like your voice, because you feel me, like, we're all part of God, and he has to get to us how he gets to us. And you know, like I say, your mind, your internal peace, your temple, that's important, because that's where God comes in, and that's where you and him have that private time and y'all could commune, you feel me? Everything don't need to be said out in the open, everything don't meant to be done in the open, you feel me? So you just gotta protect it all so you can have God come inside and live inside of you. And like I say, we not perfect, you feel me? We always gotta ask for forgiveness, we always gotta forgive others, we always gotta learn how to let go and learn how to cycle and filter out the negativity that we get introduced to and that we encounter in life every day, you feel me? You gotta learn how to get it out your system, and the only way is to give it to God. He know what to do with it. He know what to do with all this stuff, including you, especially you. So you got to give yourself to him at some point. So for people that's running, for people that's choosing to ignore God's voice or choosing to think that that's not God's voice, you know those not your thoughts. You know you wouldn't have come up with that solution. You know you wouldn't have calmed yourself down like that. You know you wouldn't have been able to pass that test, or you feel me, get through that situation. You know you wouldn't have been strong enough to lead that person, you feel me? So you know when God is telling you what to do and what he's telling you to do, and when he's telling you to do it, it's just you pick and choose when to listen. You listen when it's favorable, you feel me? But when it's hard and when it's gonna bring you some discomfort and when it's gonna take you some things, then you're reluctant to respond. But nah, you gotta listen at all times, you feel me? Not just when you want to. And you got to go to him even when you're scared, even when you're hesitant, even when you don't know what he gonna say, even when you think he mad or disappointed with you. You still got to go with him, and you just never know. Never know, because he's slow to anger, you feel me? He always looking for a way to love and for a way to bless and for a way to give you a way out of this mess, man. Out of the mess that we have created for ourselves, that we have trying to not go back and fix, but we just trying to learn from where we at now so we don't go back and keep repeating the past. And like I say, it's a process, man. And thank God he's patient. Thank God he's kind. Thank God he's with us every step of the way. And thank God he's talked to us, because it's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? We here down here with each other, and we don't even talk to each other every day, or, you know, make ourselves available for each other all the time. So you know, you just think about somebody who get all the responsibility in the world, responsible for every soul that has ever come and gone in this world through all times, in this world and the next, bro. And he take the time out to stop and be with you and lead you through your own personal path, bro. I think it's special. So if you hear God's voice, listen, bro. And if you don't, just continue to pray. And if you're confused, ask, and he'll give you clarification. He'll say, yes, this is me. Or he'll tell you no, you know what I'm saying? Or he'll tell you should know better, because I wouldn't tell you something like this. You know, if it's, you know, it's not God first and foremost, if he's trying to take something from you. You feel me? Like, I'm talking about, like, if he's trying to coax you, oh, if you do this, then I'll give you this. That's not what God does. He'll tell you if you pray, I need you to fast, then this will happen. Or he'll tell you, get to the point, this is going to happen regardless because you have done this, this, and this. You have stayed down. I've seen what you feel me? It's just a different conversation. Also, it's not God if it's talking with doubt or I can't or stuff like that. Like God don't talk like that or say that it's nothing that he can't do. You feel me? So that's not even going to be at the forefront. He's not going to put doubt or mistrust or, you know, deception in your mind. You feel me? So you just got to be careful and be on your toes, because like I say, the more you do this and the more the enemy see that the real conversations that you are having are not the ones that you saying out loud, is going to attack that too. So you just got to stay fortified, stay strong, and keep talking to God and keep going to him as much as you can, whenever you can. You feel me? And it don't take much. You know I pray and I do my traditions and things like that, but at the same time, I stop what I'm doing you know, on a normal day, and I just get in my head and, you know, say what I need to say, thank him, or, you know, whatever I need, you feel me? And it's a constant thing. I never stop, I never stop, I never stop, and he never stopped either. So therefore, we recognize each other. You know, it's a relationship, and that's how you know. You feel me? Like, you know, if you've been with a person long enough, you know when they in the house, you know they smell, you know they tone of voice, you know how they move things and position things, you know how they leave things, you know. I hang my robes and stuff up a certain way, so my wife know, you know, when I'm home and when I'm around. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's the same thing when you spend time with God. You know, it's him when he's talking. So, like I say, you gotta let him in, though. That's step one. You gotta let him in. You gotta introduce yourself and open yourself up to him, and then there you go. But like I say, man, that's why God's voice sounds like your voice. You feel me? So again, hope this helps. But like I say, just keep going, keep going. Everything is unfolding. Till next time, Slim.